So MWC 2026 is coming to a close, and to round out our time here in Barcelona, here are 9to5 Google's best of show, best of MWC as it were, for 2026. Let's get into it. I think there's some really cool tech that you might find enjoyable. If you're interested in this kind of thing and you want to see more of it, then how about hitting that subscribe button? It really helps me out, probably more than you know, and you get some cool stuff like this with deep dives into Android and everything else in between. I'd really love to have you. Cheers. Firstly, let's address the elephant in the room right away. We haven't done awards for a long time, almost a decade at this point. And yes, we're bringing them back for 2026, this time for MWC 2026, and of course, hopefully IFA and other trade shows later down the line. We think it's a very difficult thing to get an award from us, and that's why we're bringing this back. So if you see the awards given to certain devices and certain products and services, well, there's obviously a very good reason for that. And I think you probably will agree when you see this is a very short list. It's nothing too drastic. We are only choosing what we think are the very best. So we have a pretty strict criteria as to what makes a good product, especially at a trade show. So let's get into our first one, which I think is probably going to make the biggest change to how you use smartwatches in the future, and that is the Snapdragon Wear Elite chip. Of course, smartwatch chips haven't been at the bleeding edge for a long time, but this is probably going to change that, especially for those of us on Android. The Snapdragon Wear Elite chip is a higher tier than any prior chip, including the W5 Gen 2 chip that's out there in a lot of smartwatches now. It is the first 3nm chip available for smartwatches of its kind, so hopefully we'll see this in the future. It will deliver 5 times increase in the single core performance, also a 7 times improvement in the onboard GPU. Not that you would necessarily need to use that, but it is available as well. And like any device now, it has some AI baked in. It should have better AI processing as a result of this upgrade. It may not necessarily benefit the smartwatches coming in the immediate term, but a little bit later down the line, this could be a very big game changer for smartwatches. Like I'm currently wearing the Galaxy Watch series, it could very much well make a debut in some of these devices in the coming months, and I'm excited to see how this one develops. So yeah, this is one of our biggest awards, the most impactful launch, the Snapdragon Wear Elite chip. As for the best concept device, this is one of those products that is potentially going to come to market, but it's a showcase of that. It is the Legion Go Fold from Lenovo. So the Legion Go Fold is kind of a really cool concept because it has that outer edge fold. It has an 11-inch display when it's fully unfolded. It runs on Windows 11. It has a 7.7-inch display folded. It's perfectly catered towards the handheld gaming that we've seen grow over the last few years with the likes of the Steam Deck, and obviously Lenovo has been doing this as well with their Legion Go series. This is one of those brilliant ideas that we think could potentially devolve into something a little bit better. Yes, it isn't Android-based, but it was one of those things that caught our eye. Really cool concept, especially as handheld gamers here on the channel. It was one that we had to share with you, our best concept device at MWC 2026. As for the best new product that we saw at MWC 2026, we're actually giving this to the Honor Magic 6. It's a little bit of an upgrade over last year's V5. This is a fantastic foldable. It's not just thinner for the sake of being thinner. It has all of the mod cons. It is a really good use of the device. It looks gorgeous as well, I can't deny that. It is a fantastic piece of technology and well worthy of our best product for 2026 here at MWC. One of the biggest things we think Honor has done is they've not made the device thinner for the sake of being thinner. They've actually increased the battery life on this device, which is something that foldables kind of suffer from a little bit. I think the Galaxy Z Fold or Z Fold 7 has suffered a little bit of that at the basically at the apex of the thinness schedule. So I do think this is a really good way to do it. Honor has done a great job with this device, and we're excited to see this one develop. And especially you'll check out our reviews on the website in the coming weeks. I'm excited to see how that one fares. And our final award, yes, as you notice, we're only giving out 4 awards. This is an honorable mention. This is actually for the TCL Next Paper AMOLED display. So this builds upon something that TCL has been doing for a little while now. It is their matte screen technology. It's here on an OLED for the first time. I have to say, this is one of those pieces of technology that I love to see on more devices out there. It almost looks like a Kindle, like the highest resolution Kindle you've probably ever seen. It looks fantastic. I love the way this looks and feels. It really does reduce glare, and it's one of those things that I hope to see in more devices from TCL. It really will make a difference day to day when using devices such as this. It's fantastic, as I say, for outdoor reading. You can change it into an almost Kindle-like display with that black and white options. It genuinely is one of those things you have to see to believe, and I'm excited that they have finally added AMOLED, which of course is better for battery life and even better here on TCL's Next Paper technology. So that about wraps up our MWC 2026 awards. Yes, Nothing too long, nothing too drastic, but hopefully that gives you an idea of the real things that we really think make a difference or potentially will make a difference later down the line. I'm excited to see what happens at the next trade show, but yeah, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.